Matthew, also known as Maddie. Thank you for being here. Tell everybody what's on your mind for Steve and Steven.
Happy Friday and some great commentary. Thank you to Steven and Steve. I agree. JD Vance is brilliant and he's very well spoken. But what scares me is that he's smart enough to know that some of the stuff he says just is simply not true. But I actually argue that a lot of pro-Israel people actually welcome that idea, because they would say that they've been held by America to not finish a war on their own.
Yeah.
All the money that the Iron Dome, everything, both sides want to have less military spending. Israel saves America so much money. Without that partnership, with cutting them off, it's only going to cost more money, more boots on the ground. Whether we're at war or not, lives are spent, money is spent, and Israel avoids a lot of that spending. And Vance knows better, and that's what scares me about it.
Steve, thank you, Maddie. Steve.
Yes. So listen, I will defend JD Vance because I just know him to be such a man of principle. I know that personally, but I think from his public actions, it's evident as well. So when he says it, he means it. And regarding Israel, for sure, there have been enormous benefits for the United States, particularly on the technology side, because Israel is such a fantastic high-tech innovator. But the reality is there is a donor in this situation and there is a recipient. And there's no way to avoid that reality, right? And we continue to donate money to a very wealthy country. And I think it's reasonable to ask, is that in our national interest to effectively have a charity that is in many ways wealthier than the United States, that is a very sophisticated place? Does that make sense for us? Or should we be equal business partners in terms of national security?
Steve, just real quick,
okay.
Gotta say,
go ahead.
We're not necessarily a donor. We get money and we spend almost 90% of it back into the American economy that helps jobs here in America, where America does donate money to Egypt and Pakistan, and we don't get nearly that return. So I think, I wouldn't agree quite that Israel receives money without a huge American benefit versus other countries don't giving that to them.
Yeah, I agree that it's not the same. I don't know what the delta is, but I agree with you. I agree with the basic premise you're stating. Stephen, anything you want to say?
Just briefly, I think some of these defensive investments we've made in Israel have been in the U.S. interest. And just to your kind of broader point, Matthew, about JD Vance, some of his comments maybe catching up with him, I do think that might be an issue going forward, just because I think JD in his book that he's selling right now, he said he's been, what's the phrase? Basically, he's been, a victim of ambition or something like that. This is one of his faults, I guess, he's identified about himself. He's chased ambition. That might be the phrase. And look, that definitely tracks with the JD I've known over the years. And when you're constantly chasing ambition and saying things to advance your political or public career, some of those statements can catch up to you, and I'm sure they will if he runs for president.